Hello guys, welcome back to another ranking video, and today we're ranking the Best Picture nominations for the Oscars of 2024. Yes, I have watched all 10 of the Oscars 2024 Best Pictures, and as always with these ranking videos, if you want to go back and watch any of these reviews in detail, please do. Basically, I've done an individual video for each of these, and I've ranked them in order of like best to worst. And yeah, we're going to go through it. So there's 10 films nominated in the Best Picture category, and my worst one of that at number 10 is The Zone of Interest. Now, I'm not saying The Zone of Interest is a bad film, and it definitely should be in this list and stuff like that. I'm not here to do that. I'm just ranking them in order of my like preference, as well as like which ones I thought, you know, were filmmaking amazingness. And yeah, so The Zone of Interest for me, I gave it a 3.5 star. It just very much felt a bit not really my style. Now granted, it is a preference thing in this kind of thing. One of the first things to note is this: it is in Polish. It is a different language movie, which doesn't bother me at all. The only thing that bothers me was how it was shot. There was just, the shots were very different to what I'm used to in terms of what I like to watch, what I find appealing, and what interests me. But 3.5 star isn't a bad score in my opinion. People think like, oh, 3.5 stars, bad score. It's not a bad score. It's like 7 out of 10. Like, that's not a bad score. It's still a decent film. Still captivated me enough, but it could have been better in my opinion. In at number 9 then, which is just slightly better, and this is really the lead actor really saves the movie for me, and this is American Fiction. American Fiction stars Jeffrey Wright, who was actually nominated for a Best Actor nod on this film. He ain't gonna win that because there's other actors that are better, but he did fantastic in this film and really made this film more interesting than it probably should have been for me. I think I like the whole family aspect of it. I think I didn't expect it to be as deep as it was. I didn't expect it to be as like, oh my god, as it was going into it. I thought it would just be, you know, be a bit simple, straightforward, bit of a drama, but it kind of dealt with really, you know, with the whole BLM, Black Lives Matter stuff. It went down that route of, you know, race and all that and stuff in America. So it was very interesting, but also very like topical, and you have to be like in the mood for that kind of thing, if you know what I mean. So yeah, I gave that a 3.5 star as well, but I just thought it was slightly better than The Zone of Interest. Number 8 then now, and again, another 3.5 star, but this is my best 3.5 star out of the 3. And this is Barbie. Now I gotta be honest, when I first watched this in the cinema, I didn't enjoy the film as much as many other people did. I thought it was alright, I thought it was okay. It just didn't land in where other people did. I thought I went into it expecting something, and it came out expected, and it was something else. It wasn't as good as it was. I'm actually shocked that it's even in this list. I actually really am shocked that the Oscars have decided to look at Barbie. Obviously there was uproar about the director not getting that nod, and I'd argue that like I feel like it shouldn't be nominated for Best Picture, but like it should be nominated for Best Director, because I think the direction of the film was great, don't get me wrong, but in terms of the film as a whole, no, I feel like it's, you know, not really Oscar-esque, I guess, you know, it just, I don't know, doesn't think, but I do enjoy it. You know, Margot Robbie obviously does a fantastic job in this, Ryan Gosling as well as Ken, but I think for me the thing that saves it was Greta Gerwig's direction of the film, because I think she does great. In at number 7 though, now we have probably the hottest take out of everything, and literally the hottest movie out of all of them. This is Oppenheimer. So I gave Oppenheimer a 4 star. I think the reason I put it down was, it's not low, again, even though it's 7, it's just we're talking class films now. We're talking elite films that I've watched this year. And you guys know, like for me, films have got to move me emotionally. And this film didn't. There was no emotion in the Oppenheimer movie for me at all. I appreciated the filmmaking that went into it, and 100% Christopher Nolan deserves to win the Best Director award. Cillian Murphy deserves to win the Best Actor award, and Robert Downey Jr. deserves to win the supporting. But as a film, I don't think they deserve to win it, in my opinion. 4 star as a, you know, whole. It was very long, and not much happens in it really. Like when you think about it, like it's not really that like groundbreaking in terms of, you know, some of the stuff, some of the like shots and the sound and all that looks great, don't get me wrong. I don't know if it's overhyped, but I did enjoy it. 4 star, as I say, the direction just comes across, and I think Christopher Nolan definitely deserves that, as well as Cillian Murphy for Best Actor. I think he was second to none in this. In at number 6 then, now we're getting at that list very quick, and this one is probably the surprise for me. I probably would have thought this would have been lower, but this is The Holdovers. Yes, this stars Paul Giamatti, who actually has been nominated as well for Best Actor, and I think if Cillian Murphy wasn't around, he or Jeffrey Wright would have been next in line for that Best Actor nod, because I think Paul Giamatti was great in this film. This is basically a film that he's a teacher, and the school kids just they have to be held over Christmas if they can't go home for whatever reason, like their family's away or whatever. So yeah, they had to spend Christmas together. So it's a bit of a weird one in terms of the UK. It came out after Christmas, whereas I think in America it came out around Thanksgiving time, so just before Christmas. But it wasn't a Christmas film. I wouldn't say it's a Christmas film, but yeah, it was good. It was interesting. It was, you know, very up there of it was like the definition of warm and emotional, and everything just like wrapped into one. All the performances were fab. Every, you know, like the young actors as well, and they were great. We also got Davine Joy Randolph, who actually plays Mary Lamb in the film, and she's actually nominated for Best Supporting Actress. So yeah, I think she deserves it in this film. I think she was fab. But yeah, you know, it's 4-star. Top 5 now then, and we're jumping up to the 4.5 stars. And this is another long movie, but one that I thought handled the length better than Oppenheimer, and this is Killers of the Flower Moon. So Killers of the Flower Moon for me makes the top 5. As I say, 4.5 star. I thought it was fab, starring Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously, you know, his first rodeo, Lily Gladstone as well, and Robert De Niro. Directed by Martin Scorsese. You just know you're off to a banger. Do you know what I mean? When you say those names together, it's just a banger. But it handles a lot of you know, it's kind of, well, it is based on like a true story, I guess, around the thing time, in terms of, you know, all about the takeover of America and like the Native Americans and where they stand in society as people are coming in to try and like take over their land, marry up with natives, and then, you know, the white men take the land kind of thing. So there was a lot of like, whoa, like moments in there and stuff like that, but it was made very respectively, and it was made with class. It just felt very pure and very like, you know, historic filmmaking, if you know what I mean. So in at number 4 then, and again, another 4.5 star, this is Past Lives. I thought this was fab. I actually was like bawling my eyes out in the cinema. It was so good. It is a Korean movie, so every single bit of the film is in subtitles, obviously. It is directed by Celine Song, and stars Greta Lee as Nora and Teo Yoo as Hee-sung. And basically it's about this couple that basically fall in love when they're like 12 or 11, when they're kids in Korea. And Nora moves off, goes to America, you know, as people do, and leaves him behind. And then one day she tries to track him down on Facebook, and he goes to visit, and she's got someone else, and she met this American guy, and yeah, they obviously still, like, they don't love each other anymore, but like they have this connection, and in a past life, like, yeah, it was so interesting. Like, it was so like an emotional and warm movie. As I said about Holdovers being a warm movie, this was such a like nice film. I'm yet to actually give it a rewatch. I definitely want to get to that at some point. It is an A24 film, which, you know, they've been doing bangers for the last couple of years, really. So yeah, definitely give that a shot if you haven't. Number 3 then now, and again another 4.5 star, and this is the one I've watched the most recent out of all these films. This is Anatomy of a Fall. Now this, I think for me, this is a great surprise. I didn't expect this film to be as good as it was. There's French language in the film. There's also some German in the film. So there's a lot of subtitles. There is some English parts in there as well. But yeah, it's basically this man falls from a window and dies. And it's all about trying to figure out, did Sandra kill him, push him, or was it genuinely an accident? So it's all based around court and, you know, defending yourself against, you know, murdering your husband because she didn't do it, kind of thing. So yeah, it's like a legal drama. Very, very good, fantastically written movie with some amazing, simple filmmaking techniques that just elevate it to be amazing. Like, honestly, I probably would have thought this would have been more down the low end of me when you were reading up on it, but the fact that I've switched my mind and put it 3rd, just, yeah, Wow. Number 2 then now, and we've got 2 bangers in my opinion. Another 4.5 star though. And in at number 2 is Maestro, directed and starring Bradley Cooper as well as Carey Mulligan. This is the true story of Leonard Bernstein, so you could say it's kind of his biopic movie. He basically is like a composer, most known for composing music in things such as West Side Story. Now, honest to God, like, people online haven't given this enough credit, in my opinion. I absolutely feel like this film was fantastic. Like, honestly, I don't know what people expected. Like, for me, I really thought this was fantastic filmmaking. The script, the black and white at the beginning, was just color graded like so efficiently. I went to see it in the cinema. They had like a special screening of it with a live Q&A at the end with Bradley Cooper and Carey Mulligan. Carey Mulligan, by the way, oh my god, like this, the best actress category this year with Sandra Hüller, you know, Emma Stone and Carey Mulligan is so strong. And Carey Mulligan for me was, I think she was better than Bradley Cooper in this film in terms of his performance and stuff, but honestly, like, I know everyone's saying online, oh, Bradley's just really wanting an Oscar and stuff like that, and yeah, but he's pouring out. It is a good film, like, it is great. Honestly, you gotta just watch it. It's on Netflix. Go to the first scene, you see like Bradley Cooper in an aged version of Leonard Bernstein, and he just looks like, whoa, like everything is perfect in terms of like the makeup and design, everything. I think it's just, yeah, 4.5 star fab. So that means there's only one number 1, and the award for Best Picture as credited by Movies with James is going to be given to Poor Things. Poor Things is obviously starring Emma Stone, who I 100% want to win Best Actress, but I would not be sad if Carey Mulligan, as I said previously, or Sandra Hüller win, because Poor Things for me was a real ride, a fantastic comedy of life, and it was just old school filmmaking on a very small budget at $35 million. It was made like on a soundstage. Yorgos Lanthimos, who actually directed The Favourite, so he is not too shabby at winning Oscars, and he's been there, done it kind of vibe. And with Poor Things, he just casted a fantastic person in Emma Stone, supported by Willem Dafoe as well as Mark Ruffalo. This is a well-written movie with some very good, like, artistic, directional values in there. There is like this fisheye lens which just looks fantastic. The script is written well. It's awesome, like, comedy value in there. I went to see her in a packed cinema, so the experience I had was fab. Everyone was laughing along as it was going. The movie moves from a black and white color grade to a really eye-watering, like, amazing popping colors, you know, palette. It's just, the artistic direction of this film was fantastic, and I think really, for me, this was my favourite experience in the cinema theatre, watching, you know, pure art on the screen, really. The score as well was just great, and again, nominated for the best score. However, Poor Things is just up there for me, and Movies with James credits it with the Best Picture. I will be hoping it wins Best Picture. Really hoping it wins Best Picture. I really hope it will. It is actually available to watch on Disney Plus in the UK, so if you do want to watch Poor Things, it is out now. And we are getting a Blu-ray and a DVD release. No 4K, unfortunately. But there it is. There is my ranking of the Best Pictures, and of course the award going to Poor Things. Let me know your thoughts down below. Do you agree with my picks? If you want to see these videos individually, of course, you can. I've got videos of them on the channel. But yeah, thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned for more. Happy Oscars Day, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.